Okay, so I quit my job. Quitting my corporate job was supposed to be the hard part. I spent so many months planning for my exit, building my savings, dreaming about that freedom. But the actual hard part, the part that nobody warns you about, came the very next day I quit. And the very next day, I got up, got ready, and the thought came to my mind, what do I do now? And that thought completely froze me. And to that question, I had no answer because this was the first time I had no title, nobody to report to, nobody was telling me what to do next or what is expected. And that's the moment I realized, with a sinking, panicky feeling in my heart, that I had no idea who I was without a title. These were not just jobs, these were identities. They became my shield. They came with an external validation so strong that you can't really get rid of it. When you say you are a tech consultant or you manage these many projects, funds, people nod. They are impressed. They think you're smart. They think you are successful. You get a steady paycheck, you get positive performance reviews. Basically, you get a lot of external validation. My sense of self worth was actually outsourced to my line manager. And when I quit, I didn't just quit my job, I actually quit that external validation I had and I craved for all the time. And when I quit, the silence felt loud. Now, there is nobody to tell me if I'm doing a good job. No more performance reviews and no more chasing those promotions. It is just going to be me and my laptop. So it's scary. And I was so used to the corporate structure that when I quit my job, I felt lost and paralyzed. I was becoming an entrepreneur, but was still waiting for somebody to hand me my to do list. And then I had my aha moment, that you can't really build a business or do freelancing with an employee's mindset. An employee's identity is given to them. You are maybe a head of marketing or a senior analyst. That's handed over to you. Whereas a freelancer or an entrepreneur's identity needs to be built up from zero. I realized I didn't need a new job title or an identity, but I needed a new operating system to work with. I literally had to jump to a mindset where I had to lay off my inner employee who was always waiting for permission to do things and really promote my inner CEO who wanted to build things without any external validation. And I heard somebody say that, and it resonated so well with me, that a CEO does not wait for a validation, but they build systems for success on their own. So, if you're feeling this way and you are in your post corporate void era like me, I've actually built a 3 step system that has helped me to change my identity and create a new one that can help me going forward and can help you going forward as well. I call it the CEO mindset audit, and here's how it looks like. First, you have to change your inputs. Your old identity was fed by your boss, your industry, your company, and the people around you. And now you have to curate your inputs very intentionally. So I slowly unsubscribed from all the corporate noise and actually started listening to podcasts, books from all the founders that I admire personally. I consciously stopped talking and listening to people who were complaining about their jobs, but instead started getting in touch with people who were building their dreams. I started watching videos, listening to the thought process of some of the founders, some of the creators that I actually admire. A big shout out to, of course, Ali Abdal, Dea, and Liam Otley. These are the people I have been binge watching since a very long time now. Second, you need to reframe your skills. As a person who has worked in corporate, you see your skills as something written on a resume. But as a CEO, you need to see them as assets and not some lines, random lines written on your resume. So, I managed a project. The skill becomes I was the CEO of a 6-month product launch. You see how I'm reframing my mindset to think about the skills that I had? So you stop thinking about yourself as the doer, but you start thinking about yourself as the strategist. And the third part, the most important one, you need to build yourself a new validation loop. As an employee, your validation comes maybe as a performance review once or twice in a year, but as a CEO, your validation needs to come daily. But instead of it coming from somebody else, it needs to come from within you. So I created a daily wins log, a simple list. At the end of every day, I write down one thing that helped me move my business forward. For example, I created one promotional video for my product, or I created the website copy of the homepage. And this is going to be your new performance review. Basically, you validating your own actions every day. And you know what I did? My daily wins log is a database in Notion, and I used AI automation that looks at my daily wins and gets all of that data, put it in a report, and send me a CEO weekly report of all the wins that I've had over the week. So I built this system that gives me the validation I was actually craving from my boss in the corporate world. Now I have built that entire system that gives me the validation every week in terms of where I stand with my tasks for the week. And this is the new CEO mindset that I have adopted, or I would say I'm trying to adopt as well. So, if somebody would ask me now, who are you? What do you do? My answer would be, I am not a title anymore. And I would also say that I'm a builder and a CEO of my new life. And the best part is, you can be too. The identity void or the title void is definitely scary, but it is also an invitation to become the person you were always meant to be or wanted to be. If you are in the similar void, that's where I can help you build those systems and the CEO mindset that you exactly need at this moment. So, if you're burnt out already, I help you transition smoothly from being an employee to a CEO, help you with the systems and the mindset as well. So, subscribe to the channel or say hi on my threads channel. Everything is linked below in the description. If you're already a business owner and are curious about how I use AI to automate my tasks and daily activities, then please find me. I will attach a link in my description and we can chat. And if you're on a similar journey, please feel free to subscribe, connect with me, and thank you for watching this video. I will be back with another video next week. Thank you.